So this is a really good friend of mine's Axial EXO Buggy, and we're gonna do the best we can to try to bring a little bit of life back into this thing. Notice we got some broken parts sitting around, and we got the body panels already painted. We're gonna do the best we can to try to bring some life back into this thing and get it back out there ripping, so stay tuned. Ooh, I'll tell you what, she got some hop-up parts on there, look at that. Got the internal springs running. Slick. Adjustable hubs.
Let's take a look inside this Axial Terra Buggy that's been in its home domain, clearly loving its natural environment of the dirt.
We got some noodled screws up here, both of these. I'm taking my 1.5 driver, so what I'm gonna try to do is get my little mini set of these star patterns and just jam one in there and see if we can bust it out. We got her. Good thing we got that screw kit, because I'm seeing that some of these parts are being held on with straight zip ties and hope. So luckily, through RC Screws, we picked up an Axial Terra Buggy kit, and we'll go through and replace what's needed as we see. Well, we finally got the cage off of this thing, and that is a dirty RC, ladies and gentlemen. It's legit dirty. So the plan right now is to basically remove all of the electronics and then see what we can do about lubricating and cleaning some of this dirt off. So first things first, I'm just gonna start popping some of these wires and get these electronics off. Straight up, no disrespect to Axial EXO fans and owners, but I mean, there's a reason why these things are discontinued. That is just that is not a good design. I'm not an engineer, but is it the sway bars that are? That doesn't seem like enough travel. This doesn't seem like enough travel to me. The EXO, whoa. So that's definitely not. I don't think it's supposed to work like that. Crazy. All right, we're gonna clean this thing up. We'll be back in a minute. The bad news is that we're not gonna be able to finish this Axial EXO Buggy. So when I started looking at what needed to be replaced to free up some of these suspension arms, one of the first things I noticed is that the suspension was not moving freely, and then you're gonna look at these two tabs and these two tabs, and this is where the hinge pins would actually go through and where the diff bolts up. And these are so out of whack that I don't think that it'd be even worth to try to build this thing back up. So if you can kind of see, this hinge pin is curved like this and bent up, and these two posts right here and here, one of them is facing this direction, one of them is facing that direction, this post is facing this direction and up, and this one is facing back and to the side. Beat up like that causes the front suspension to not actually move freely. We're just looking at the parts to get this thing built back up, and a couple of hinge pins set, the diff carrier set. We also have the diff in the front. Is definitely something going on there. So with all the parts that we need to actually get this thing back out there, it's rivaling the cost of getting a roller on eBay used. I think what the plan is that we're gonna wait until another Axial EXO Buggy comes available on eBay and probably swoop that thing up and then do a part swap and try to make one, you know, fully functional EXO. And I'll throw all the parts that I have on this thing and at least get it so that my buddy can put this on his shelf and look at it and it'll look slick. And then once we do get another Axial Buggy, we'll figure out how we can get together and put those parts on and get this thing back out there. So I think for right now, we're just gonna put it back together with all the parts that we got, try to make it look the part, and move on. Stay tuned.